up, this is TCG here, and welcome back to our TCG deck profile video on my channel. Today we have Post Rotation Charizard EX upon the menu. So if you guys are enjoying the content I'm pushing out every single day, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. And with that being said, let's just dive into one of the most popular decks after rotation. So as we all know, rotation will happen immediately when a new set drops as well. So we have Temporal Forces coming out on the 22nd of March. And then of course instantly EOIC will be the first tournament with the Post Rotation shenanigans. That means we lose the E-block cards, etc. So we're going to be losing cards like, for example, Chilling Rain, Evolving Skies, etc. So today we're going to be taking a look at the updated Charizard EX deck. Charizard came out in Obsidian Flames, and now it is actually stronger than ever before because it is, Path to the Peak is gone. So Infernal Rain will be live all the time, which is fantastic. You can just evolve into Charizard, search your deck for 3 basic fire energies and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. And then, of course, Burning Darkness slaps more damage for every prize card the opponent has taken. And you have a monstrous 330 HP. So 3 copies of Charizard EX in this Post Rotation deck. Then I'm playing 2 copies of Charmeleon. I like the one with 100 HP. There's also this one, which can instantly one-shot something like a Mimikyu. You can also think about adding in the one from Paldean Fates, which actually has an ability which prevents all effects of attack. So the option is up to you, but most of the time you will just use these Charmeleon with the TM Evolution, evolve into them, and then evolve them instantly into a Charizard. But the Charmeleon options are kind of endless. For me, I'm currently playing these 2. I would not mind if you swap this Charmeleon with the one from Paldean Fates, but this one does slap 70 damage, which is enough to one-shot something like a Mimikyu. The other one only slaps 50 damage, by the way. So 2 copies of Charmeleon. You might think, why are we running many copies of the stage 1 when we're also running rare candy? That's because we are playing an Arven package and we are playing the TM Evolution technical machine, of course, in our deck, which is going to be able to evolve up to Charmeleons or Bibarels in this situation. Then we're going to be playing 4 copies of Charmander. I'm playing 3 copies of the one that slaps 30 damage for 1 energy. And then there's also this one, which can, of course, discard a stadium and play and does have 70 HP. So a mixture of a little bit of Charmander. So we have 3 of them and then 1 of the 70 HP one. All right, so now that we have our Charizard line set up, this is going to be our main attacker, and it's a very, very strong Pokemon because you're a Darkness type, so you have 330 HP and you slap more damage for every prize card the opponent has taken. Okay, moving forward, we're going to be playing a 2-2 line of Bibarel. Bibarel is going to be a very nice way to be playing Charizard. You can also think about adding in the Pidgeot instead of Bibarel. Pidgeot Zard also is still great, but the Bibarel version is doing way better in Japan. So our current deck list is based upon successful deck list in Japan. So 2 copies of Bibarel and then 2 copies of Bidoof, which actually cannot get damage while it's on the bench. So that's very great. So we have the Bibarel engine lined up. We have Charizard lined up. All of these cards are, of course, still legal in the current standard format. But after rotation, this is going to be our lineup of our support draw engine with Bibarel and our attacker Charizard. Then we also play 1 copy of Radiant Charizard, a very strong 1 prize attacker. As soon as the opponent has taken a couple of prize cards, we can use Combustion Blast to slap 250 damage for a 1 prize. We also have 160 HP, and for every prize card the opponent has taken, the attack is reduced by 1 Carless energy, which is super nice. Your late game sweeper as a 1 prizer. Very nice. What else are we going to be rocking with? We're going to have some support Pokemon by our side with these 4 fellas. We have Jirachi, which is going to prevent damage counters from being placed on our bench Pokemon. Very helpful against the Sableye, so you cannot get like damage swoop with Lost Mine. There's Manaphy to protect ourselves from stuff like Radiant Greninja. Less impactful if you are, of course, having the TM Evolution by your side, because you can, of course, evolve into a 100 HP Charmeleon and into a 120 HP Bibarel. So if you're able to get that going, Manaphy is not that impactful, but Radiant Greninja is still around, definitely in decks like chien-pao, for example, which actually is becoming more and more popular after rotation with Dallas Path to the Peak in the format. Scovit goes hand in hand with Bibarel with its Nest Stash. You can shuffle your hand, put it on the bottom of the deck, which means you also get a card with the Scovit, but you declunk your hand so you can draw more with the Industrious Incisors of the Bibarel. And then Luminion to fetch yourself a supporter from the deck. More importantly, you can fetch Arven, and then Arven can find yourself for a Sealstone and a Buddy Puffin to get yourself going. So we have all of these. Let's just put Luminion like this, and then the 3 baby Pokemon like that. Moving forward, let's talk about the supporters. As mentioned, we are an Arven based deck, so we're playing 4 copies of Arven. As mentioned, this can grab ourselves the Buddy Puffin to get ourselves going, finding ourselves 2 Pokemon with 70 HP or less, as well as a tool card that could be TM Evolution, that could be, of course, for a Sealstone, and there is even the other tool card in here, which is the Defiance Band. If you're behind in prize cards, you're going to be able to slap 30 additional damage. Then, the other supporter of choice, 3 copies of Iono. Slapping down Iono and putting the opponent to a low hand size is very great, definitely because you don't have to worry about the low hand size, since you do have Bibarel, which is going to be able to draw you out of low hand sizes. And with Iono, you're going to be able to make sure the opponent doesn't have what it takes to take down these mighty Charizards. Then 3 copies of Boss's Orders. We're going to be gusting the opponent time and time again and slapping them down with our Charizard EX. Then there is 1 copy of Professor Turo. This could help against Snorlax Block. Snorlax Block is still around after rotation. We did see that in the Champions League over in Japan, so having a 1 copy of that is not bad, but also could get rid of liabilities like, for instance, the Luminion V or a damaged Charizard altogether to make sure that the prize race is always going to be in your favor. Then 4 copies of the Buddy Puffin. This actually is going to be replacing Battle VIP Pass after rotation. We no longer have access to Battle VIP Pass, so I'm actually playing 4 copies of Buddy Puffin. This is going to be searching out 2 Pokemon with 70 HP or less, meaning you can fetch yourself 2 Charmander or a Charmander and a Bidoof, or maybe even one of your support Pokemon when you happen to need it. For example, a Jirachi, Manaphy, or maybe even our little Scovit friend. So 4 copies of the Buddy Puffin. The reason why I'm actually not playing Rotom in this list is because it also is a liability. We don't need the combo to get Pidgeot and Candies off. We just need to evolve into Bibarel. This is a very easy to play deck. So if you're looking for something new post-rotation that is very strong as well, this can be a deck for you. Then 4 copies of Ultra Ball, going to be searching out our Pokemon, more importantly the evolution Pokemon, for example the Charizard EX or a Bibarel. And the cool thing with this is that with Ultra Ball, we're also going to be able to declunk our hand, discard some resources, and then draw more with the Industrious Incisors of the Bibarel. Then to finish it all up, 2 copies of Nazball. Level Ball has rotated, so this is going to be our ball engine. We have 4 Buddy Puffins, 4 Ultra Ball, and 2 copies of the Nazball to stitch it all together. So a very vanilla list with not a lot of weird shenanigans. It's just doing what it promises, is slapping down the opponent. So 3 copies of rare candy. You might think with TM Evolution, you might need that many rare candies, but the thing here is you could go for like 2 copies of TM Evolution and then 2 copies of rare candy, but I decided to go for a heavier amount of rare candy because sometimes a Charmeleon might be priced, sometimes you don't want to have the TM Evolution, you can just go for a different strategy altogether. Then for some gust, we're going to be playing 1 copy of the Prime Catcher. This is going to be our ACE SPEC in our deck, allowing us to gust up an opponent while switching at the same time. Very nice. And then there is Counter Catcher as well. So if you're behind, use Counter Catcher. If you're up front, Prime Catcher. And that is on top of the 3 copies of Boss's Orders, meaning you can gust whatever you feel like in a list like this. You might also wonder about flopping Prime Catcher for something like the Maximum Belt in the Charizard list. The choice is up to you, but currently we're going with Prime Catcher. Then for recovery, we're going to be playing 2 copies of Super Rod. Super Rod is going to be able to recover something like Radiant Charizard, or maybe your support Pokemon when they go down, or more importantly, to fetch back energies from the discard pile, so your Infernal Rain Charizard ability becomes fine again, so you have enough energies in the deck to, of course, accelerate them. Then we're going to be playing 1 copy of Switch and 1 copy of Lost Vacuum. The Switch is working miracles with something like a Prime Catcher, but more importantly, Switch in combination with Prime Catcher in combination with Turo can help you win the Snorlax block matchup. And I did see that there's 2 copies of them in the top 8, so it is still going to be a respected archetype. Then for Lost Vacuum, Vacuum is going to be nice to knock off a tool card on something like Great Tusk, or maybe like a Mimikyu that has more HP than you want. You can vacuum away their HP buff and then slap it down with the Charmeleon that slaps 70 damage. So there are options available. So the Lost Vacuum also can get rid of specific stadium cards when you don't want to be seeing them on the opponent's side of the field. Then for the tool cards, we have 3 of them available. The TM Evolution, very nice. If you go second, you can instantly go for the TM Evolution, fetching that with Arven. And of course, you can find Arven with Lumineon, so you always have access to this all of the games, unless this is priced, then go for the rare candy strategy and do something else. But with the TM Evolution, you can evolve 2 of your bench Pokemon. That's going to be nice to evolve your Bidoof into a Bibarel, as well as evolve your Charmander into a Charmeleon. Very nice indeed. There's going to be the Defiance Band to slap 30 more damage when you're behind in prizes, and then a Forest Seal Stone, which goes hand in hand with Lumineon. And the Forest Seal Stone can find you any card you want from the deck, and that's going to be your V-Star ability. Then only 1 stadium, it's going to be the Collapse Stadium. You don't need more stadiums. You might think about Lost City as well, which could be a very impactful card indeed. But the Collapse Stadium is going to be able to get rid of liabilities. For example, the Lumineon, when you happen to use it. You don't need more stadiums this time around. You can also think about something like, for example, the Artisan to have a little bit of a better setup. But you don't need that many stadium bumps anymore. And the reason for that is that Path to the Peak has rotated, meaning that you don't longer lose to like a path sticking in the way. So 1 stadium and a vacuum is going to be your stadium clears. Then we also have a Jet Energy, as mentioned. I'm still respecting Snorlax block in this post-rotation format. So 1 copy of the Jet Energy on top of Turo, on top of Prime Catcher, on top of Switch, wins you that matchup, which is nice. And then your deck is going to be having answers against almost everything in the format. And then we're going to be playing a total of 7 fire energies in this list. That should be lasting you out throughout the game. The reason why there's more energies in here than a typical list is that with the TM Evolution, you do need to have an energy in the opening hand so you can make use of the TM Evolution and evolve your bench Pokemon. So this is pretty much my current Post-Rotation Charizard EX list. Let me know how you feel about the list down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by rocking the hell out of the like button. It helps out in many ways. And definitely check out our supporters, actually our sponsors that help make these videos possible. There's dragonshield.com. You can get 5% off using the coupon ZAPDOS5. 5% off on everything on the website on dragonshield.com. There's also yourplaymat.com to create your own custom playmat. You can get 10% off right now by clicking that link down below, and they ship worldwide. There's also PokedownStore.com to get, of course, TCG live code cards. You can use the coupon code ZAPDOSTCG to get 5% off on everything on the Pokedown Store website. And last but not least, CARDMARKET.com gets you covered if you want to create an account to buy and sell cards to people all across Europe. You can use the referral name ZAPDOSTCG to help support the channel. Thank you all for watching another post-rotation deck profile. Let me know which deck I should explore up next down below, and I'll see what comes around. So thank you all for watching today's upload, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Pokemon TCG epicness. Peace.